Okay, hello everyone. So today we will look at the solutions of Part A from June 2019 paper of NET. Okay, so I will try to use a very simple and let's say we try to minimize the use of pen in order to solve this. Okay, so let's just begin. I think you have to answer 15 questions out of 20. So let's see. Um, all right, just one sec. Okay. Uh, Okay, so this part A usually has like maths, so it has some mathematics, some basic combinatorics, geometry questions, simple geometry, so some little bit of statistics, some a little bit of calculus, not exactly calculus, but a beginning of calculus, and there will be some questions on motion from physics. There will be some questions on mathematical logic, and of course there will be some question which I say is based on luck. I mean, it's basically some generalized type questions, whether you, I mean either you know the answer or you don't. If you don't know it, you just leave it, or some questions will also be dubious or plain right, there are some questions which there will be some printing errors or something like that. So those things you have to be smart enough to just leave that and not waste time on it. Okay, so this is one from mathematics. So it says there is a stone which breaks into 4 pieces having weights in the proportion 1:2:3:4. The value of stone is proportional to the square of its weight. What is the percentage loss in value incurred due to breaking? So 1:2:3:4. So if you take total as 10. So let's say the okay. So let me just say the initial. Okay, one sec. Okay. All right. So let's say the initial weight is 10 and it breaks into 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the initial value is proportional to 10 square. The final value is proportional to the square of the sum. So the percentage loss is just divided by the original value. So 100 minus, what's that? 1, 4 is 5, 9 and 16. So 9 is 25 and 5 is 30. So that's about 70 by 100. So the percentage loss is 70%. Okay. Right. Okay, so now it says there are two runners starting together to run on a circular path, taking 6 and 8 minutes. Okay, to complete one round. So after how many minutes later do they meet again? So this is a motion type question. So time period of first is 2 pi by omega 1. Time period of second is 2 pi by omega 2. So how many minutes later? So the relative angle between them should be equal to a multiple of 2 pi into n. Okay, and theta t is what? Omega relative into t. So this is our relative angle. So that's 2n pi. Omega relative is what? So that's omega 1 minus omega 2. Just take mod. So that's so 2 pi 1 by t1 minus 1 by t2 equal to n pi. And then you have this is 1 is 6, 1 is 8, so 2 pi into 1 by 6 minus 1 by 8. That's 2n pi. So how much is this? It's 24, no? 24 and 4 minus 3. 2 pi is equal to 2n pi. So into t, of course, there is a t part missing here. So t by 24 is equal to n you get, and so you can take n equal to 1 and t equal to 24 sec, the lowest. lowest value. So that's after 24 minutes they will meet. So it's 24 minutes. Anyway, it's quite simple. Let's go to the next one. Next one is again. So this is a combinatorics. Okay, it's a probability question. Let's see. So there are 12 balls, 3 each of colors red, green, blue, and yellow, put in a box and mixed. If 3 balls are picked at random without replacement, the probability that all 3 balls are same colors. So let's assume the probability that all 3 balls are red. So probably, so there are, 4 red. Okay, there are 3 red, 3 green, 3 blue, and 3 yellow altogether. So probability that first one is red is 3 by 12. Okay. So after once you picked one ball, there you're left with 2 red balls and three balls of other colors, right? So the probability that the second ball is also red is 2 by 11. Now you have because you have 2 red and overall 11 balls there in left and right. And the probability third ball is also red is 1 by 10. Same way. Okay. You have picked 2 balls, so there are 10 remaining and only one is red. So this is the probability that all 3 balls are red. But you just need all 3 balls same color. So it need not be red. So there are 4 colors. So into 4. I think you get how much? It's 4, 4, 3, 12, 2, 5, 1 by 55. Okay, it's quite easy. Okay, so the next one. Okay, basically you have to find the piece, the capacity of. So you have to find the volume. So it was a square piece. You remove the 4 corners and you turn it up. So you get it like a box. So what is the volume of the box? So this will be this is the length, this will be the breadth, this will be the height. So volume will be how much? The length is how much? It was from here to here is 40 and you remove 2 10 here, 10 here. So this is 20, right? Length is 20, breadth is also 20, height is 10. So that's 20 into 20 into 10. Okay, so that's this, I think. Okay, next one. Which is the largest here? So first one is 2 to the 5 raised to the 10. Then you have 3 to the power 4 raised to the 10. You have 4 cube raised to the 10. And you have 5 square raised to the 10. So the largest here is will be the largest here, and if you remove the power of 10, whatever remains, whatever is the largest in these 4, that will be the largest. So 2 to the power 5, 3 to the power 4, 4 cube, 5 square. Whatever is the largest of here will be the largest of here, and will be the largest here. So this is 32, this is 81. So this is of course 2 to the power 6. It's greater than this. 32 is 64, and this is 25. Largest is this one. So this is largest. Okay, so because if you raise everything to the power 10, whatever is the largest, it will remain largest. So this is the largest. This one. Okay. Alright, so this is basically, it's asking you, on this problem, it's asking you the ratio of energy gained to energy spent. Energy gained to energy spent, so it's y by x is what is asking you. Where is it maximum? So let's take somewhere close to this. So y is 0 and x is some finite value, so this is 0. Then here it is some small value, so y by x is the slope of this. So it's this by this. Then at this point, of course, the slope increases. So it's increasing. At this point where it's tangent, there will be some values, but anything beyond that, if you go here, you see the slope decreases, right? So slope is maximum here. So at the point of tangent, where you draw the tangent and it passes through the origin, so that will be that is where the slope is maximum. Okay, so this is which option is this? Is a point where the slope of curve is maximum as a tangent passes through the origin. Yeah, so yeah, it could be anything. It is also this and it is also this. So I don't know. I would probably choose this better than that. Um, this also looks all right. This the slope of the curve is maximum. So that's exactly what we have found. Yeah. So this is like this would be a dubious question, I would say. You really don't know whether to go for this or this. Probably I would go for this one here. Anyways, yeah, let me just check once more the point where the slope of the curve is maximum. Yeah, this also looks alright to me. Yeah, when I solved it last time, I think I just missed this option. So otherwise, I would put it in a dubious category. So it's bad. Anyway, it's either this or this. So this looks a little bit more better. Yes. Let's go to the next one. Okay, so next it says again circle is this. This is 30, 40, or 20. 30. I guess I just skip something here. Yeah, I guess it's asking you to find this angle here. This is what you have to find. All these angles are given. So, yeah, I think I just skipped out this portion skipped out. So you have to find this angle AQB, as far as I remember. So this is actually quite easy, and you don't need all these angles here. So this is 220. So this is how much? 360 minus 220. So 140. Okay, so this angle would be what? It's half of that. So this is 70 degrees. So that's what you need. Okay, the options are unfortunately I couldn't put it for whatever reason. But the answer is 70 degrees. It will match one of the options. So okay, next. This is again a probability question. It says there are two gates. The probability of G1 is to be open is 10%. The probability that this is open is 10%, and probability G2 is open is 20%. So what is the probability that water will flow from A to B? So water will flow if either this is open or this is open or both of them are open. So the probability that no water flows is what? When both are closed, right? So the probability that this is closed is 90%, and probability that this is closed is 80%. 72 by 100. So probability of open is 1 minus 72 by 100. So that's 28%. Okay, quite easy. Okay, let's take next one. It says there's a paper of thickness T is rolled tightly. As the roll becomes larger, the length of the paper wrapped in one turn exceeds the length in the previous turn by how much? Okay, again, it's like a pre-calculus type question. So let's say the radius of is r. So you take one more wrapping around it, so the thickness would be t. So this is t. So the circumference of this is 2 pi into r plus t, and the circumference of this is 2 pi r. So difference is what? So delta is 2 pi into r plus t minus 2 pi r. That is 2 pi t. This one. Okay, quite easy. Let's go for next one. Okay, so this is okay. There's a point P, and the ball is rolling on a surface, and at some point this comes from this point, comes back on the horizontal. So what is the final distance AP? So this distance is what you need to find. What is this one? So of course you can just complete the triangle here. So this, this is radius r, so this is 2r. What is this length here? So notice that this point reaches from this to this here. Okay, so how much will this be? Because it has to, so this length, it has, when it rolls, it will be point by point matching with this circular part and the horizontal part. It has to match point by point. So only then when it reaches here without slipping, then this will be at vertical. So this length basically has to be equal to this length. If you get this idea, then it's quite easy. So this is how much? This is all length is 2 pi r. This is pi r. So now you get this length. That is 2r whole square plus pi r whole square and square root of that. So that's r root pi square plus 4. This third option is right. Okay. Yeah, so this motion, I mean, if you know, if the locus of this point is, so this has a special name. It's called sacroid or something. Probably you already know it. Anyways, okay. So next problem. Yeah, so this is like some set theory logic type problems. It says, which among the following diagrams represent woman, mothers, human beings? So, yes, mother is a subset of woman, and woman is a subset of human beings. So this diagram is obviously right. So this is human beings, and woman is a subset of that, and some women would be mothers, so mother will be a subset of this. So this is the right one. Okay, quite easy. Okay, next one. So it says how many squares in this one? So this is a counting problem here. So this is again first you have squares of the type this. So how many such squares are there? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7. And then you have squares of the type this. Type this and also type this. 2 into 1 type squares. How many of them? So this is 1 here, and then this would be 2, this would be 3, then 4, no, sorry, 4. So 4 this way and 4 that way, so that would be 8. And then after that you have squares of this type. Yeah. So that would be 1 and 2. So that's 2 and 2. Of course, you need rectangles. Rectangles of the type this is also there. So Chaturbhuj, I think this in English it translates to rectangles, I believe, or quadrilaterals. Chaturbhuj means anything which has 4 sides. So this is a quadrilateral, not a square. So if you take quadrilateral, you also have to consider this one, this shape, and of course also when you flip it. So it's this. So this type is there is 1 year and 1 year. So that is again 2. So I guess this covers it. So there won't be any more collateral. So it's 15, 17, 19. This one. Okay. Let's take next. It says this is a logic question. So it says there are two statements. At most one is correct, and there is a boy and a girl. And the one in white shirt says I am a girl. This one says I am a boy. So if this is white shirt and this is the blue shirt, let's say if this statement is true, that means I am a girl. That means uh, the white one is a girl. That means blue one is a boy. And the boy says I am a boy. So boy is also saying true. So this is incorrect. So this cannot be because at most one statement has to be right. So let's say this one is saying false. It says I am a girl, so this is a boy here, so that means this is a girl. So it says he's a boy, so this is also false. Okay, and similarly, if this is false, that is also false. So both of them are actually saying false statement. So statement one, both statements are incorrect. This will be. Okay. Next. Again, it's a logic type question. It says there are 4 agents, alpha, beta, gamma, delta. 3 has to be sent together on a mission. Alpha, beta, gamma, and delta. So 3 has to go together. So it's either alpha, beta, gamma, alpha, beta, delta, alpha, gamma, delta, or beta, gamma, delta. Okay. Only these possible combinations are there. So it says alpha and beta cannot go together. So this is not possible, this is not possible. Beta gamma cannot go together. So this is also not possible. And it says gamma delta also cannot go together. So this is also not possible. So that means what? This mission is impossible. Okay, quite simple. So this is a statistics type questions. It says the distribution of grades is given. Fraction population. What is the least possible population? So by least possible, that means what is the least possible number, so that if you multiply with all these, that will also be a integer. Yeah. So I think the least possible is out of all 2, and you take 0.1 of 2. That's not a number, right? So it's least possible has to be 10. 0.1 is 1, 0.4 is 4, 0.3 is 3, 0.2 is 2. Any other number will not satisfy it. Well, if you multiply it with all 4, they will become fractions. So this is the correct option. It's quite easy. Okay, so next. The 9 numbers are in ascending order. The average is m is strictly greater than first 8 numbers. So m is the average, average m, x1 till x9 by 9. It is greater than x1 to x8, all of them. Okay, so which of the following is true? So average of, first you have to take average of x1 to x9 and also m. So what is the average of x1, x2, x9 and x7? So that's, take sum of them plus m and divided by the total. That's how much? This is 9m plus m by 10, so this is again m. So the average was m, and you add an average to that, so the average won't change, right? So average of these numbers x1 to x9 and m will be same as m. And so if you look at all the options, only this is right, so you don't have to worry about others. Only this is the right one. All right. go to next. It says length of, okay. So this is also some statistics measurement type of questions. The length of cylinder is measured 10 times, yielding 10 distinct values. For these set of, it says 10 distinct values, so it says 10 different values. So not all the 10 values are same. So it says, for this set of values, consider the 5 statements. 5 of these values will lie above the mean and 5 below it. Okay, so mean applies to the middle value, so this might be right. I'm just saying might be. 5 of these values will lie above the median and 5 below it. Okay. It says at least one value will lie above the mean and at least one value will lie at the median. This of course is not true, and at least one value will lie above the mean. So that is true because all the values are distinct. So the mean cannot be this. It has to be somewhere in between, and one value will lie. And so C of course holds. D is not true, so only option B, 1 or 2. So and this is above the mean and median. Median is the middle value, so 5 values will lie above the median and 5 below it, right? So this of course is not true. The mean can be close to the extreme also. This is not true, so this yeah, so this looks all right. So median, you know, so there are three things you need to know. One is mean, median, and mode. Median is the middle value. Mode is the value which is repeated often, yeah, most often. And mean is of course the total sum divided by the number. So that's mean. So median will be the middle value. So half lies above them, half lies below it. So this is all right. So I would go for B and C. Okay, so this option is right. Okay, this is the last section, which is either based on GK or it will depend on your luck, or it will be some dubious type problems. So whether you these type of problems, you either know the answer or you don't know it. I mean, maybe you are just read it somewhere and you remember it, maybe from your high school or some TV program or whatever. So this one, for example, this is one, and yeah, the answer is something you can find from that. And yeah, so I personally prefer to just skip it. Either I would remember it from my high school biology, or okay, so you have a look at it yourself. And this is also a logic type. I would call it dubious because the answer I'm really not sure what it wants to say. None of them looks right to me. Only the official answer is this one, but of course it says cannot cause the. It depends on whether the cause can precede the effect, or whether the cause can be after and the effect can be before. So this is a bit of a philosophical question, and I don't think this is probably right or whatever, but you can think about it. Okay, so I believe this is the official answer to this. Sunrise cannot. I mean, I'm not reading the question, but okay, think about it. So in exam, if you get something like this, you can just leave it. I mean, I think you have to answer only 15 questions, and you have to just leave. You can leave some of them. All right, so let's leave this. Again, this is a puzzle type question, and this probably you know it if you have seen this kind of puzzle, or if you have not seen it, then it might be quite time consuming in the example. This also you should be smart enough to just leave it if you don't know it. So the answer to this, of course, I can tell you, and but you can also figure it out yourself. Basically, at the end there will be 7 liters in the tank, 7 here and 7 here. I believe that's how it is, and then you have to sort of go from there to the next step. So it's 7 here and 5 liter remains. So that means this must have been used, and using that logic, you have to work it out backwards. it will be a little bit time consuming if you just don't know the answer. If you know it, you can write it out immediately. So this also you have to be sort of, I mean, if you know it, or you can answer it, but if you don't know it, you have to be smart enough to at least skip it and not waste time. Yeah. So this also I would put it in that dubious category. So either it's not something that you would like to figure out in the exam hall. We have covered all the 20 problems, and of course I would like to tell you. So here I would like to tell you about the minimalistic net course that I'm starting. So if you had taken or if you take my course, you would score around yeah, so 34 or 32 in part A, around 80 in part B, and around 120 in part C of this June paper. And these kind of scores are typical for all the years. And it's a minimalistic course, and it's quite simple. So you can only prepare it in 3 4 months, and you just have to study 4 hours or even less, and you can do it. So if you're interested in the course, please have a look at the previous announcement, and if you're interested, you can yeah, email me. I can email me here. We'll start the course in August sometime. So meanwhile, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.